Hello viewers, welcome to our comprehensive guide on the UK Nationality Law 2024, and the new rules for British citizenship. In this video, we will delve into the changes in the UK immigration landscape, the new rules for obtaining British citizenship, and the implications of these changes for individuals and businesses. We will also discuss the concept of dual citizenship and how it applies in the UK, so make sure you watch till the end of the video, so you do not miss out on this very vital information. For those new to the family, please do not forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, let's get into it. Part 1. Changes in UK immigration rules. Welcome to our in-depth look at the upcoming changes in UK immigration rules, set to take effect in spring 2024. These changes are part of the government's plan to reduce legal migration numbers to the UK by around 300,000, and represent a significant shift in the UK's immigration policy. One of the most notable changes is the increase in the minimum salary threshold for skilled worker visas. The government has announced that the threshold will rise from the current £26,200 to £38,700, which is a substantial increase of nearly 50%. This change is aimed at ensuring that sponsored skilled workers are paid at a rate that does not undercut the salaries of British workers. Additionally, the government plans to modify the Shortage Occupation List, SOL, which is expected to happen no earlier than April 2024. The SOL helps employers fill vacancies in key sectors by identifying roles where there is a shortage of suitable labor within the domestic market. However, with the upcoming changes, we may see a reduction in the number of occupations on the list, potentially impacting recruitment strategies in specific industries such as technology, engineering, and construction. Another significant change is the staged increase in the minimum income threshold required to qualify for a spouse or partner visa. The threshold will first increase to £29,000 in spring 2024, then to around £34,500 at an unspecified time later in the year, and finally to around £38,700 in early 2025. Furthermore, the Immigration Health Surcharge, IHS, is set to increase to £1,035 per adult per year, starting from 16th of January 2024. This is a significant increase from the previous rate of £624 per year, and is intended to ensure that migrants make a fair financial contribution to public services, including the NHS. These changes are expected to have far-reaching implications for individuals and businesses alike. It's crucial for those affected to stay informed, and prepare accordingly as the government releases further details, and the immigration rules are amended. In this video, we will continue to explore the details of these changes, their impact, and how to navigate them effectively. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the new rules for family and work visas, the process for obtaining British citizenship, and the concept of dual citizenship in the UK. Part 2. New rules for family and work visas. The UK government has announced significant changes to the rules for family and work visas, which are set to come into effect in 2024. These changes are part of a broader strategy to reduce net migration, and are expected to have a profound impact on both individuals and businesses. 1. Family visas. One of the key changes is the increase in the minimum income threshold for sponsoring spouse/partner visas. Currently, the minimum income requirement for a spouse or partner visa is £18,600. However, this figure is set to increase to £29,000 in spring 2024. This increase is part of a staged plan, with the threshold expected to rise further to around £34,500, and then to approximately £38,700 at unspecified times, likely later in 2024 and in early 2025. It's important to note that these changes will only apply to first-time applicants, and not to those applying to extend their leave as a family member, or to family visa holders. 2. Work visas. For work visas, the minimum annual salary threshold for skilled worker visas is set to increase from £26,200 to £38,700, marking an increase of almost 50%. This adjustment is intended to make it less appealing for businesses to seek labor from overseas, ensuring that companies will no longer have the option to pay overseas workers less than their UK counterparts. 3. International students. In addition to the changes to family and work visas, the government has also announced that from January 2024, international students will no longer be able to bring dependents with them on their student visa, unless they are studying a research postgraduate program. This change is expected to affect a significant number of international students and their families. These changes to the UK's immigration rules are significant, and will likely have far-reaching implications for individuals and businesses alike. It's crucial for those affected to stay informed and plan accordingly. Part 3. British Citizenship, New Rules and Process. Moving on to British citizenship, the process of naturalization remains the most common way for individuals born outside the UK to obtain citizenship. The requirements for naturalization have seen some changes under the Nationality and Borders Act 2022, particularly in demonstrating lawful residence, which has now been made easier. Applicants must be over 18 years old, and have been granted indefinite leave to remain, or have acquired settled status. They must prove they were in the UK exactly 5 years before the day the Home Office receives their application. They must also prove their knowledge of English, Welsh or Scottish Gaelic, have passed the Life in the UK test, intend to continue living in the UK, and be of good character. Once the application for naturalization is successful, the applicant will have 90 days to attend a citizenship ceremony in the UK, where they will be presented with their certificate of naturalization. After receiving the certificate, they can apply for a British passport. However, it's important to note that the Secretary of State retains powers to deprive individuals of their British citizenship if they are found to have committed fraud or failed to declare relevant information. Furthermore, EU nationals who arrived in the UK under the new points-based immigration system must have obtained settled status and can only become eligible for naturalization if their visa route allows this. For example, skilled worker and spouse visa holders can become eligible for naturalization after 5 continuous years of residence, while those on a startup or visitor visa are not on a path to UK ILR. Part 4. Dual citizenship in the UK. Dual citizenship, also known as dual nationality, is a legal status where an individual holds citizenship of 2 countries concurrently. The UK permits dual citizenship, which means you can be a British citizen, and also a citizen of other countries. This allows individuals to enjoy the benefits and fulfill the responsibilities of both nationalities. However, it's important to note that not all countries allow dual citizenship. Some countries, such as China, India, Indonesia, Japan, Malaysia, Singapore, and others, require you to renounce your original citizenship if you intend to acquire British citizenship. Therefore, it's crucial to check with the consulate or embassy of your home country in the UK to understand the laws on dual citizenship. Once you acquire British citizenship, you do not need to apply for dual citizenship. You automatically become a dual citizen if your home country also permits it. As a British dual national, you will have the same rights as any other British citizen, including the right to live, work, and study in the UK permanently, apply for a British passport to travel freely in and out of the UK, and vote in UK elections. However, there are certain responsibilities that come with dual citizenship. For instance, you might be required to pay taxes in both countries, or fulfill military obligations if your home country mandates it. Also, as a dual national, you cannot receive diplomatic help from the British government when you are in your home country. Dual citizenship can provide numerous benefits, including greater freedom in terms of residence, work, and travel. However, it's important to understand the laws of both countries, and the responsibilities that come with holding dual citizenship. If you're considering applying for dual citizenship, it's advisable to consult with immigration law experts to understand the implications and navigate the process effectively. In conclusion, the UK Nationality Law 2024 and the new rules for British citizenship bring significant changes to the UK immigration landscape. It's crucial for individuals and businesses involved in UK immigration to stay informed about the latest developments and prepare accordingly. Not so fast though. Did you like the video? Do you have friends and family that need to know about these details to make their move to the UK a success? Then make sure you share, and share. Many of you only watch my videos, but haven't subscribed. Why not? Please subscribe today, and turn on the notification button so that you'll be the first to be notified when I drop more of this content. Otherwise, have a good end to the year. Shalom.